I think we need WoW too. No, I think we need Blizzard too. What's gonna happen with WoW too? Like the same morons that are like renaming every NPC in the game because it could offend 3 people on Twitter. These are the same people that are going to be making WoW too. Oh, they chucked by way in the cave. Okay, let's go back and get it after this one. No name, we'll follow you after we get this next one. What the fuck was that? 5:45. I probably should start getting ready to have a spear. And again, guys, as I said, if anybody wants any of this stuff, feel free to ask. Feels an MMO made by previous devs who work on WoW. I don't know. Like, to me, I'm not really that concerned about that. Something dropped? Yeah, it did. Oh, we got a big boy. Shit. Guys, just dodge his attacks. You don't have to run away from him. He's so easy. He's the easiest pump in the game. WoW used to be exciting. See, like, I think the reason why a lot of people have like unrealistic viewpoints of WoW in a lot of ways, where they thought that like WoW was like way better than like what it was, and I think that like WoW has always had a lot of like dumb problems. Yeah, it's always had like stupid stuff and issues. It's just that a lot of people forget about it. Let's see, this sword's like not really super good. I'm gonna get rid of this one. And I'm gonna get rid of this. Mining luck with, oh, but it's got intelligence. I don't want intelligence mining gear, it's garbage. That's a vendor. Get rid of that too. Dexterity, constitution. I'm just gonna vendor that one too. Okay. No name. Do you want to show me where the chest was? I'm gonna follow you. It wasn't up there, was it? Okay, good. Oh, it's this. I didn't even know there was one over here. Okay, nice. There's so many people here. We'll probably go over to Mark Guard after we kill it one more time. Probably gotta do something about this inventory situation. That's pretty good. 576. Making progress. I've got to deal with some of my resources too. Yeah, I know. He's good. Might as well kill these while we wait for Leviathan to spawn. Good job, guys. You're doing great. So why do people link 501s, man? Alright, let's go back and wait for Leviathan. I'm gonna get this one over here though. Ash's plans to do so much fucking shit. Especially we say, yeah, I think 2023 is hopeful. Yeah, it should probably come out around then, I would expect. Maybe not. But, that's what I would expect. God, there's so many people here, this is insane. I don't think I've ever seen this many people here before. Is he up? No, not yet. Nice. I'm just gonna pull him whenever he spawns. Then we're gonna leave. Two groups combined? I mean, it's like 10 groups combined. I'd say there's like 30, 40 people here. There's like no way we're gonna get any loot. Still hitting 60? Yeah. Let's go. I can barely even do that. Yeah, I didn't get anything off the boss. There's just too many people here, let's leave. No, I'm not gonna do Nilla Village anymore. It's a waste. The reason why we stopped doing Nilla Village is because it's a level 60 zone. And because watermark gearing prioritizes level of the NPCs that you kill so much, killing level 60 NPCs just isn't worth it. Now, like for time invested, I think Nilla Village is really good because you've got, yeah, let's just come down here, guys. You've got so many elite chests. Like you have so many elite chests in Nilla Village. But they, I don't think it really makes a difference if they're all like level 60. It was really good whenever we were lower item level because it didn't matter as much, but like now I think it's just like the chances of increasing like your item level score are just so low, it's not worth the time. I think what they need to do is if they're intent on like having this like basically the way the game works right now is that I need to just do something about this. I'm gonna just throw away half of this Ori Chalcum. Like nobody buys this anyway. If they're serious about holding on to this idea that you have to what do you call it? You have to like keep leveling all of your shit up and everything like that, and only certain mobs have like a flat amount of health, and like it's just it's bad game design, I think, whenever you think about the large amounts of people whenever they get together and they just absolutely fucking apeshit ninja fuck a boss and then nobody gets loot out of it. And the problem with that is not really the fundamental issue, it's the problem that the people that are doing it can't control the other people that are doing it. So like for example, if you want to farm it with like your 5-man group and there's 10 other 5-man groups, well, you're doing it with 50 people and then nobody gets anything. And like this happens involuntarily. So what I think they should do is after bosses reach like a higher threshold, like they should have like a soft cap basically. So the way the game works is that the more people that are killing an NPC, the lower the chance of dropping gear from that NPC is. So what I think they should do is after that threshold gets below 50%, they should increase the mob's health. So like, let's say you're doing it with like, it's a mob that's, you'll still do it interesting. Well, because it's still the best way of farming, but it's a very frustrating way to do it. And I don't think it's really good game design either. So like, for example, let's say you have a mob that as soon as you have more than 10 players, more than 5 players killing it, its drop chances go down. So like at more than 5 players, at 6 or more, the drop chances for this NPC start deteriorating. So what I think they should do is at 10 players and above, they introduce a scaling mechanism that's defined by the amount of people that are engaging at above the number 10 that multiplies the mob's health to keep the probability of receiving loot from that NPC at 50% of its original drop chance. Because I think that just like killing a boss like 5 times and not getting loot is it's not a good user experience. And especially whenever, again, like you don't have control over other people. I think that's what the most frustrating thing is. Just gonna vendor that one. It's a bad feeling. Yeah, it's like, oh, I want to farm this, but I can't because other people are farming this. It's just like, but you can farm it, you just fuck everybody else over, and it's just like this, it's just weird. Come on. Yeah, we're gonna go to Mark Guard after this. How is nobody here with me? I'm having to do this guy all by myself. I can do it, but it's gonna take a long time. Oh, I messed up. Pull them back a little bit. Damn, y'all are crazy. Oops. I gotta put on my hatchet now. Did not expect a double. Stop playing some useless part of the game, mode do content. So you're playing farm, woodcutter is necessary to play the game. No, I mean, like, it is and it's not. I mean, the New World does have like a sandbox approach to leveling where like you can level in a lot of different ways, right? You can level in PvP, you can do like questing, mob grinding, other stuff. Like, I think that's a good part of the game, that like you have other options to do things with. Sometimes we wait a week to kill things as a community. Organized whose week it was real hardcore. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to waste my time though. I think that's really all it comes down to, is that like whenever I have a situation like that and I have to like wait on a bunch of people to do something or whatever, like this doesn't like feel cool to me. I just feel like I'm getting my time wasted. Like obviously everybody is gonna look at it differently, but that's the way I look at it. It's like, oh, well, I can't play the game right now because of the way the game's designed. Torghast Tower was fun, set treasures, boosted talents, was an interesting idea. I think Torghast is a good idea, and I think that the current version of Torghast is fun. I think the problem is that people have to do it too often per week in order for it to be enjoyable. Like, that's probably the biggest issue with Torghast, in my opinion, is the frequency in which you have to do it. Yeah, it's really got nothing to do with anything else. Like, it's mandatory fun. And if there's anything I've learned over the years, it's that people don't like mandatory fun. Did you see a Batman trailer? No, I didn't. I want to. I actually think the new Batman is going to be fucking amazing. I think it's going to be, I hope it's going to be on par with the Christopher Nolan movies. It already looks amazing. Like, Robert Pattinson is a great actor. He's an incredible actor, and what I really like about this Batman is the fact that they're confident enough to make this Batman not the same as every other Batman. And that's what I gives me hope that it will be good. Nolan Batman's too good. It's gonna be so hard to beat it. Like, it is, like, the movies are just, I mean, they're just so good. Or Pattinson's Batman, you cannot beat Bale and Nolan. See, like, I don't think that they should try to, though. Like, that's what I'm saying, is like, I don't think that the goal for the new Batman movie should be to beat the Christopher Nolan movie, because in a way I don't think that they can do that. I think that they should try to give it, like, approach the subject material with, like, a completely different perspective. It's kind of like I think Man of Steel was, in my opinion, the most successful Superman movie. And that's also, like, in the context of Superman movies, which I think are terrible. But I think that it was the best one that we've had because they approached the subject material a little bit differently. They didn't do the same exact stuff. Yeah, so it's underrated. Yeah, like, I don't think it, like, I don't really like Superman a whole lot. Because as I said, I just think it's a boring character. Batman is my favorite superhero. Batman and Thor. Yeah, let's go this way. So, like, for me personally, the reason why I like Batman is because it's so strongly, like, it's like Batman could exist. You know, Superman probably could not. Superman can't exist. At least, like, not in our frame of reference. And, like, you have, like, some villains in Batman, like Bane, for example, like comic book Bane, who, like, yes, obviously, like, Bane could not exist in real life as he does in the comic books. But other than that, I mean, a lot of the other villains in Batman are built around reality. Batman's more grounded, more immersive. Yeah. And that's what I think I like so much about the Christopher Nolan movies, is that, like, the goal of the Christopher Nolan movies were to make, you know, like, have everything be realistic, right? I like that a lot. The Batman versus Superman, like the Ben Affleck Batman, not really a huge fan. I don't think it's as bad as people thought it was, but I still didn't really think it was that. I didn't like how bulky he was. Like, I don't like the whole Batman versus Superman arc. I think it's just silly. Yeah, that's about it. Joker or Riddler? Let me think. Who was the last Riddler that we had that was good? Because I think that with Jack Nicholson was the Joker, I'm pretty sure, right? Jim Carrey? Yeah, Jim Carrey was probably a really good Riddler, right? Like, it's been so long, I don't really remember. He wasn't? Jim Carrey makes a great Robotnik. Yeah, I think so too. Like, whenever I saw him as the Dr. Robotnik, it was just fucking perfect. $550? No. Garbage. Strength and focus. We don't want focus. I have so many items. I need to just delete some of these. It's just so overwhelming how many items I have now. Following you, sword. Yep, you take us to the other elite chest. Everybody follow sword. Oh, wait, what the hell? I have a perpy boy over here. I didn't even see this. Wait, where's sword going? Where did we come from? This way, I think. Thus spoke Zarathustra, but our understanding of the Superman. Anyone can be Superman. It's a state of mind of being. Is this like the Ubermensch idea? Yeah, I know who Nietzsche is, and yeah, I get that. But I don't really think that's what happened to Superman. Like, is there like any reason why people would believe that like Superman is supposed to be like the Ubermensch or whatever? Because like I don't really think that that's the case, because part of the idea I thought about like the Nietzsche idea of the Ubermensch is the transcendence of the traditional good and evil, and Superman is a stark comparison or stark opposite of that. He's an alien. Yeah, Superman is like explicitly lawful good. Like anytime Superman does something bad, it's not in character. So by like the very nature of that, I feel like it just doesn't really fit. And I think that the idea that having like a really strong guy that can fly is like just fundamentally, you know, some reference to Nietzsche. Like I think that's just way too general. Wasn't Nietzsche pen pals of Hitler, or is that just bullshit? Nietzsche was not pen pals of Hitler, but thus spoke Zarathustra, I think. Yeah. Was given to every German soldier in, I think, World War I, and Hitler was a soldier in World War I. So I'm sure he was influenced by it, and I think a lot of people think that you know, the idea of the Aryan race, the master race, is like the is an outcome of him being influenced by Nietzsche, but I don't really think that's a for sure thing. Are you hesitant at praising Final Fantasy because it's just a better WoW that doesn't reinvent the wheel? Why do you think I'm hesitant in praising Final Fantasy? I wasn't aware that I was. That's news to me. Get them, guys. Let's see. I don't really think I'm gonna deal with this. It's mana. I mean, I'll delete that one. I don't think anybody gives a shit about any of these items. just gonna throw away half of this wire weave. I've just got so much of it, I can't keep track of it all. Oh, man, come on. Gonna say because mustache wear because you can't fit in the gas mask. Yeah, I think that was the that was my understanding too. Oh my god, these mobs are insane. Memory preservation is ideals. Hitler fought for Austria in World War I. Yeah, fun fact, Hitler and Tolkien fought against each other in World War I. On opposite sides in World War I. Might as well kill this guy here. Oh fuck, are we gonna have to kill the big guy again? Please don't respawn. We probably should just try to go quickly, that way we don't have to deal with the respawning big NPC. Didn't after Gandalf fight in World War II or something? Sir Ian McKellen? No, he didn't, but what was his name? The guy who played Saruman. I'm amazed I'm not like thinking of his name immediately. Christopher Lee. Yeah, Christopher Lee. He was in like the Secret Service for England or whatever during World War II. Yeah, we just have to kill it again. It's annoying, but let's just get it done. Hopefully we have a tank for it too. Christopher was James Bond. Yeah, James Bond was, yeah, made after Christopher. Yeah, that guy has like one of the craziest life stories ever. He lived to he was like 95 or something too. He was actually gonna play, Gandalf, but because he was already like quite old at the time, they had Sir Ian McKellen play it. And they were gonna have fucking Sean Connery play Gandalf too. That would have been, like, I can't even imagine that. Would have been lit. I mean, Sean Connery was a great actor. I mean, I liked him a lot, so like maybe he would have done a great job with Gandalf. To play League of Extraordinary Gentlemen instead. Yeah, that movie wasn't that good. I remember my dad and I watched that in movie theaters actually whenever it came out. I think a lot of the knockoff superhero movies are usually bad. Yeah, let's just go and get this guy. We don't really want to kill this guy again. We'll just get past him from now on though. Not ever Watchmen. Yeah, Watchmen is really good. I love Watchmen. Indiana New Lord of the Rings. They're making an Amazon one, but there's a lot of people that aren't happy about it because they're trying to like add in like kind of like representation of like different people that aren't really part of the subject material, and it's like upsetting a lot of people. I don't really care a lot about that. Like, I think that they should have, like, this has always been, like, my stance on this, is that if there's a character who has, like, an established gender or sexuality or anything like that, I think that should be preserved. You shouldn't change that for really any reason. It's not really something I'm a big fan of. Why are we going over here? Is there something down there? Like, I didn't think there was. Like, what are y'all doing? Am I missing something? But it's like, I think you can make a stronger case for something like James Bond. Well, not James Bond, like, but 007, right? Because it's just like a, it's a title. But overall, like, the only thing I really don't want in the new Lord of the Rings series, like, the different races is like, I don't really care that much about that. It's whatever to me. But I don't want to have any sex scenes or anything like that. Or like any sort of like Game of Thrones-esque elements, because I think that's really what's antithetical to like Lord of the Rings, much more so than like, if there's a hobbit that's like black, like, this is not really going to be a big deal to me. But adding in sex scenes to Tolkien's work, I think, is just it's sacrilegious in my opinion. I guess in that case it is literally. Motherfucker, I need to delete something again. Oh my god. 541, 532. That's a decent life. God damn it. Alright, let's go this way. Yep, follow me, guys. And just kill all these mobs too. Let's just get them out of the way. Movie's fine, good. We don't need a veer back for faction. Well, I just don't want to see any other kind of that. I don't want to see any sexuality really. Any explicit sexuality, right? Like, sexual interest is like, you know, romantic interest is fine, but if there's a sex scene in the new Lord of the Rings movies, or the new Lord of the Rings series, I think that it's a disparagement to the original work. It'll ruin it for sure. Yeah, I'm so worried that that's gonna happen. I'll boycott it. I hope that the thing is, like, there's a lot of people that are big fans of Lord of the Rings, but I don't know if there'd be enough of them for that to really matter, and enough of them that like really care about that, because like really you have to understand, like, there's a lot of like meta knowledge you have to have in order to like have that opinion, right? You have to know, like, Tolkien was like a devout Catholic, and Tolkien's mother died, and like she got like almost like excommunicated from her family because she was she adopted the faith of being a Roman Catholic, and there was a lot to it, and there's like so many like Catholic references in Lord of the Rings itself, and like you have to know a lot about the meta content in order to have that opinion. Or to really value it. I think that's what a better word to say. Seriously, we set this second arrow? Yeah, I heard about that. Like, yeah, wasn't that one picture they posted? Don't people think that's Valinor? I don't think that there's been any confirmation, but that's just what people think. Is Angel not Jesus? Oh, you mean Gandalf? Yeah, absolutely. Gandalf's not Jesus at all. Yeah, he's definitely an angel. Okay, what we get? What we get? Give me them perpy boys. Where they at? After this, we're gonna jump down and do the other boss again. Wasn't the actor for Gandalf a gay man? Yeah, Sir Ian McKellen's gay or bisexual or whatever, but that's not part of his character. Sauron isn't Satan? No, Melkor is Satan though. Or Morgoth, whatever. Yeah, that's OOC. Yeah, that's a -1, man. Sauron is Antichrist then? I don't really think Sauron has like a, it's hard really to say. Yeah, I'd have to really think about it. But like if you look at the Judas, yeah, you can make an argument for that, sure. Record a gameplay Final Fantasy Media Tour, which is an amazing interview. No, I didn't record a whole lot of gameplay. I just recorded the interview. That was the main thing. Okay, let's wait for this this boss to respawn. Tolkien famously hated allegory. Yeah, that's true. But he also said that. Chest close if you want. Yeah, let's go get the elite chest after we kill this NPC. He also said that Lord of the Rings is like fundamentally a Catholic work as well. And if you look at a lot of the dates that different events occur in Lord of the Rings, and you match them to dates to different things occur in the Bible, they're the exact same dates. Melkor's Lucifer. Well, he's obviously Lucifer, and Melkor even like it's even down to the level that like Melkor, like you know how like Lucifer went from being Lucifer to being Satan, right? And Morgoth or Melkor went from being Melkor to Morgoth. So it's the same thing. This garbage. Oh my god, I just cannot stop getting rid of this garbage. It's crazy. Let me just take, I guess I'm gonna take half of this. I feel so dumb just throwing this stuff away, but it's just, it's so heavy and I've got so much stuff. How come the men given 9 rings became ring wraiths, but dwarves didn't? I knew the elves took theirs off, but the dwarves escaped the fate of men. I think the implication is that, well, it's weird, right? Because like dwarves in Lord of the Rings, like very strongly are like motivated by treasure and greed, but then men are the only ones that are corrupted by like the ring. I think it's probably the idea that like because men have like shorter lives and like obviously elves live way longer than dwarves, but dwarves have a longer lifespan than elves do. Like whenever Legolas and Gimli left Middle Earth, you know, they hung out like for, I don't know, it's like hundreds of years, right, until Gimli died. So like they have much longer lifespans than humans. Okay, we kill him. We got him all right. Dwarves are also naturally resistant to magic. Huh. No, I didn't know that. It's good to know. Elves live technically forever. Yeah, I never really understood that whole, like, all the nuance behind that, honestly. Only in Narrowland. Yeah, yeah, and that's why they were leaving or something like that. Yeah, I never really understood that well. Tolkien created the Dwarven Magic community thing. What you have to understand is, like, almost every single bit of, like, almost all modern fantasy is, in many ways, derivative of Tolkien. In one way or another. It's so derivative that it's like, it's something like that. Something that's just, like, kind of just, it goes without saying that this is a thing, and it's because of Tolkien. They can be slain though, right? Oh yeah, yeah, elves can die. The only things that can't die is, well, I don't even really know if they can or can't die, right? So, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think about that, like, the different, like, let's say the Maiar or whatever, like, did they die? Or did their spirits go back? Like, or did their spirits just, like, leave Arda? Like, I don't really know. The Ishari can't die? Yeah. Well, like, that would mean that Balrogs can't die because they're the same thing. Try to kill the other ads first before we kill the boss. Man, this is rough. After we kill boss, just res everybody and jump down. That's what I'm gonna do. No loot. They dive at a shorter res timer? Yeah, I'm not really sure how it works. Somebody have to sit with Gandalf, I would assume. There come spirits and shifts, and Devour sort them out. Yeah. It's writing to find the genre, to be honest. Yeah, it definitely did. You're right about that. Everything dies, it goes to the Hall of Mandos, where elves and Maiar can be given form. Men pass the Gate of Time. Yeah, like, that's a lot of the Silmarillion, like, mythology that I'm not really super familiar with. Like, I know probably, like, 20%, maybe 30, but that's about it. Tolkien was 15 dialects of Elvish. Yeah, well, he was a linguist, and I think didn't he teach or work at Oxford? It was Oxford or Cambridge, I think. I don't remember which one. Heard Silmarillion was hard to read. Yeah, well, it's mainly like a it's almost like an accounting of things rather than the story is, like, not written. It's in many ways, like, not even written chronologically. Check out Shadow of Mordor. Gameplay was cool, but story was like fan fiction. No, I don't really care about any of the Lord of the Rings games that aren't actual, like, just the content from the movies. Yeah, I never really cared. I thought it would just be like fan fiction. Like, I saw like a cinematic of it on YouTube, and it was like the guy had like a good version of the One Ring or something, and I'm like, this is just dumb. Like, I don't want to watch this. Like, I'm sure like people might appreciate the story, but to me, I just don't really. It's kind of like in a way, like, it's the same thing that I was saying before about, like, people, it's like instead of making their own content, they take existing content and then they add, like, bullshit into it. I think this is the same thing with, like, Lord of the Rings. Like, this is not, like, don't change the other stuff. Like, just fucking respect the source material. They changed She-Wolf despite into a hot chick. Yeah, it's just stupid. Like, I don't know what y'all are doing. Like, the boss fucking spawns over here. Lord of the Rings 2 Towers game was legit. Bro, I have that for GameCube. You know what was actually a good game? Like, I don't think the 2 Towers was that good. Like, it was a good game. You know what game was actually fucking lit? Was Return of the King. Like, that game was actually really, really, really fucking good, dude. I remember playing it and being like, wow, this is like just so much better than the 2 Towers. Made by EA. Yeah, I still have that. I think I got that one for Xbox. Through some GameCube, so many good memories. Yeah, bro, like, dude, like, I was on GameCube. That was the console I got, right? It's like, 'cause a lot of, you know, a lot of us probably grew up, and our parents probably bought us like one console, and like the console that I got was the GameCube. Like, Zack had the Xbox. Who had the PlayStation? I think Cameron. Maybe did Cameron have the PlayStation? Lowell had the PlayStation. And yeah, I had the GameCube, and yeah, Zack had Xbox, and I finally got an Xbox, like, because I was able to get enough money together to get one, and then I got a PlayStation 2 like way later on. But then, like, the next generation, I got an Xbox 360. I got a Wii, like, way later on, too. Like, pretty close to whenever the Wii U came out. I had a Game Boy Color. Yeah, I had a Game Boy Color. I had all the Game Boys, honestly. Like, I had every single one up into the 3DS. Let's just kill these guys, and then we'll just pull boss whenever it spawns. You know, it's a lot harder when all of these other guys spawn. You could just kill one or two at a time, it'd be way easier. Mario Kart Original Wii was top 10 games ever. I think... You know what game I really liked playing back in the day was Super Monkey Ball. I remember, like, we played the shit out of that game. Yeah, dude, you play Wind Waker? I never played Wind Waker. I didn't like the art style back then. It, like, really put me off. And I never played Wind Waker. In retrospect, I regret not playing Wind Waker, but back then I just didn't like the art style. I thought it was like cartoony, and I thought Zelda was like more serious. Like, it reminded me of like the graphics of like Link's Adventure, you know? It's like, oh, this is cringe. Zelda serious? Well, I think Zelda was like definitely a serious game, right? Like, you go from Link to the Past was very much a serious game. I think in many regards Link to the Past was absolutely a serious game. Then if you move over and you talk about Link to the Past, and then Ocarina of Time, very much a serious game. Then Majora's Mask, like, it had like a lot of comedic elements to it, but the storyline was so fucking dark whenever you think about it. Playing Twilight Princess right now. See, like, that's whenever I stopped. Like, I didn't like Majora's Mask because I always felt like I was in a rush to do everything, and it made me not like the game. What? I mean, I was like 9. I mean, there wasn't really a lot of critical thinking to this opinion. Super Mario Sunshine was so good. Yeah, it was a very good game. Staying on Babbler? No, I'm gonna transfer. Amazon was gonna make a Lord of the Rings MMO and they canceled it. I want you guys to understand that like that's probably one of the best things that could have happened. The odds are that they probably canceled it. Like this is my understanding is they probably. I remember reading the articles and like the news about it, and they canceled it out of not being able to reach some sort of understanding with Tencent, and like I have a pretty good feeling that it's probably a good thing that we didn't get. I would rather not have a Lord of the Rings MMO than have one that is corrupted. Still wild to me that Super Smash Bros. Melee still has an active community to this day. Well, what's insane to me about Super Smash Bros. Melee is the fact that there's like not a like the meta for Super Smash Bros. Melee has changed in the past 10 years after the game's been out for 10 years. Like that to me is just so cool. Probably the ghost. It's hard to say because a lot of I think that it's probably like I always assumed that it was the religious connotations that Lord of the Rings had that China wanted to remove or censor, and in the process of doing that it would degrade the quality of the product and change it enough to where it wasn't really the same. But like I don't really have a basis for thinking that. It was just an opinion. It's just a feeling. Everything since Melee's been a step down. I think the new Smash is good. Yeah, I don't think the new Smash Brothers is bad. Is already Lord of the Rings MMOs that are not good? Well, it came out a long time ago, and so it's just like it's not. People want something new, and like I remember whenever New World was coming out, I always thought that New World was going to be like the engine test for what the Lord of the Rings MMO was going to be, right? It's like New World was going to be the first draft, but then they canceled it. Play Breath of the Wild? No, I never have. I own the game, I just never played it. OTK should have a Smash tournament event. I'd love to work with like Ludwig or somebody else who's like really close with the Smash community, or like Hungrybox or somebody like that, and do a Smash event with them. I love Super Smash Brothers. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I love Melee the most. Mango, yeah. Like I've watched, like if there's a Smash Brothers tournament on, I watch it. Like the new one, I don't really give a shit a lot about the new one, honestly. It's not that big of a deal for me. But especially the old ones, I love them, man. Weapon durability perks? Yeah, I saw the weapon durability thing with Breath of the Wild, and I heard that it was bad, but what do I know? I generally don't like having to, like those limited choice type things. Nickelodeon Brawl has a lot of potential. I don't really know if it does or not, honestly. I didn't play it, so like, I mean, this is in the context of like me being an observer. But it seemed okay. We can just kill these since we're gonna have to wait for the respawns down below anyway. So playing Smash and Biscuit was so fun. Dude, it's so crazy to think that was like 2 or 3 years ago. Or probably 3 years ago. What if New World was based on Lord of the Rings IP? Why? Because this mountain looks like the Mountain of Doom? Mount Doom? Like, I mean, what? I think that's probably the biggest correlation that you can make, man. Yeah, definitely not. Let's just come down here and kill these. Let's just kill them. Believing is believing. Smash tournament, okay. I don't like to talk about like things that we have in the works, right? But like we do have things that are similar to that plan. And as I said, like any Smash tournament or whatever, I'd love to be involved. Same game, but themed after Lord of the Rings. Would New World be better, you think? No. The problems with New World are the story with New World is like not even, it's not even on my radar as a problem. Like I'm not thinking to myself, oh man, this, I forgot about this one. The story in this game is like so bad. Like I hate the story. Like I don't care. The problem with the game is the fact that it's it plays like shit in a lot of ways, right? And like there's unfinished content with it. Like that's the issue. It's not the story. Oh nice, I finally finished that quest. Oh, I have to do this one again? Oh. Search chest. Oh my god. It was great though if you read out the notes and everything. Yeah, the thing is though is like if the story has a barrier to entry that's like it's like basically boring to read even though it's good, that means it's bad. What we get? Nothing. Cool. Let's go back up to the top and do it again. Really hard to write a story in 5 years. I feel bad for Amazon. No, I think they should be able to do it. I mean, it could be just a joke, but like, yeah, I think they should have been able to do it. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'll take it. Read a book in game when you have mobs spawning around them too. Yeah, it's just like it's not conducive to like being a good story game. What's the end game content in New World? It's like you just basically the crafting in the game, like the getting like your armor smithing, your weapon smithing up to 200 is like just super grindy. I'm not really a fan of that. Oh, I can't loot these again, I guess. I think one thing that would make New World immediately better is if they just commissioned more music. Like, I think that the music in New World, like the actual like overworld music and like the town music is really good. Like, I love the music in this game, but I don't think there's enough tracks. Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. Super grindy. It took 2 days to get armor to 200. Really? Maybe I'm not doing it the right way. Or I was looking at the wrong guides, because I was looking at it today to get the Void Bent gear, and it looked like super grindy. You're the annoying battle drums? Yeah, exactly. You don't care about non-existent story, but you care about the music. I play every MMO with music muted. Well, it's the same as, like, I don't care about it, right? Like, I do and I don't. It's the same as, like, these things are not defining things for me in the game. So, like, if the game doesn't have good music, I'll live. However, if the game does have good music, I will enjoy it more. It's the same stuff I said with Final Fantasy, right? Where, like, yes, stories do not mean everything to me. However, a good story makes it better. People who got to 200 getting mats funneled to them. Yeah, well, that's the smart thing to do, is to have, like, one person in your guild, in your company, get everything funneled to them so they can craft all the gear for everybody else. But the problem is, like, a lot of the really, really good in-game gear is BOP, so you have to do it yourself. Do you think Lost Ark will pull most of the New World players when it gets released? At first, yeah, and it depends on, like, how New World evolves. So, like, for example, if New World comes out and New World is just, and that's it. It never evolves past this. That's it. So, I don't really know. It's hard to say. I would say that New World probably does have a future, and